Welcome to NASPA Tonight.
This is all your Scrabble news in 25 minutes or less, except if it's today, so it's 50 minutes or less.
That's right. We're having a special episode, so let's talk about Scrabble. I'm Josh Greenway.
I'm Jackson Smylie. And the time starts right now. We're going to do both sides today because it is the last episode of the year, so we're doing a double whammy edition.
And it's our 30th episode of 2018. It's actually our 34th if you include the live shows from the floor of Nationals, but it's the 30th in the NASPA Tonight studio.
From Josh's office, yeah. I mean, I guess you revealed where the conspiracy
we
where your
call it the
show
NASPA
is
Tonight
held.
studio, Jackson. It's called professionalism.
We should take some tours of this.
Right.
In this studio. We should offer it.
Sure.
So we have a lot because we have a 50-minute show today. We have a lot to go through. We also have a ton of guests. We brought back all of our favorite and our almost favorite guests from the year. So we have a whole lineup waiting in the studio. They're backstage on the cloud. So we're going to bring them in and
That's right.
See what their highlights of
and
2018
tonight we're talking about Scrabble Conspiracy Theories. We're talking Alchemist Cup. We're talking K&AM. We're talking 2018 in review. Right?
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think that about covers it. So we're going to start with a couple of guests from our favorite people of 2018.
Yeah. So let's start with, now this is we should say this is in no particular order.
Yeah, there's no, we haven't ranked our favorites or least favorites. We're thinking it, but we're not going to tell you.
That's right. So let's start with
well, this is a bit of three guests right here. But
that's right. Let's go. Here we go. We've got the fantastic Art Moore and Jesse Day. How are you, gentlemen?
I'm doing great. How about you?
And how's the cat, Art?
She seems to be doing pretty well.
Yeah, let's assume.
So big ups on the cat, but also big up on the glasses there, Jesse. You're just back from Malaysia. Again, second place. What's going on, buddy? You must have had a great time.
Yeah.
I think you're hiding some of your emotions behind your glasses. So we want to ask from each of you what your favorite Scrabble moment from 2018
That's a good point, yeah.
So let's
start with you, Art.
And the cat.
Well, I have to go with Joel Sherman's incredible finish to NASC. Props to Joel. It was fantastic. So that was my moment of the year.
Absolutely, and that's pretty big. That's a pretty big deal for your. That was your second nationals, right? It's not third yet. Yeah, second nationals.
Yes,
an absolute classic. Jesse, you've had a lot of headlines, Scrabble headlines written about you this year. What was your favorite moment?
Yeah, probably playing in the finals at Worlds.
For sure.
So we're just going to motor on through. Thank you, guys.
Listen, we can ask follow-up questions, but I would also suggest anybody who wants to hear more about Jesse's Worlds experience, he gave us a great interview a couple of weeks ago. It's the first Alchemist Cup preview. You can see all 30 episodes of NASPA Tonight on the NASPA YouTube Facebook page. But really, I mean, Jesse, you've had a hell of a year, Scrabble.
And we're going to get back to you on the topic of Alchemist Cup when we cover that, because I think you had something to do with that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to our next two guests. We have none other than Joey the K and Morris Greenberg. How are you guys?
I'm doing
Amazing.
well.
So for each of you, what were your favorite Scrabble moments of 2018? I know both of you have not actually played as much in 2018 as maybe you would have liked to, but there's still Scrabble moments that always seem to pop up. So Joey, let's start with you.
My favorite Scrabble moment of the year was on NASPA Tonight when Art announced next year's Nationals.
So which moment? Was it the moment when he announced it was San Diego or the one where he announced it was Vegas?
Nashville.
Yeah.
I remember Oklahoma City, I think.
That was your favorite moment?
Yes.
That was when your hopes were up the highest?
Yeah, for about 30 seconds, I was tricked, and I got excited because that's like 3 hours from here.
So what's your plan for Reno? Are you gonna make it out there?
Probably.
Sure.
I think you should. That's the
I think
general
I
consensus.
might go jump off some cliffs into some water, Just
One does in Reno.
Are we going to drive to Vegas after Reno again, Joey?
I think that's the plan.
All right, let's get to Morris. Morris, what's up? What's your favorite 2018 Scrabble moment?
Yeah, as Jackson said, I didn't play in that many tournaments, but one I did play in was the one day actually with Jackson and Josh. We all happened to come to New York on the same weekend, and it was just a lot of fun, just a great time overall. That turned out my bus that weekend was completely had to pull over, and so I wasn't even sure I was going to make in the end. So being able to play Scrabble in that weekend was just a highlight. And then just seeing Joel Sherman win nationals was also awesome.
Yeah, that was a really good weekend in New York, and I think we should repeat that this February in New York City again. We should recreate that moment.
I'm definitely down.
All right, let's do it.
What about? Can I come?
Sorry, it's a
rating cutoff. Yeah. All right, let's go to our next two guests. We have the fabulous Robin Pollock Daniel and Josh Jr. wearing a sleep mask. How are the two of you?
I don't want to be on with Josh.
We'll take requests next time.
All right, let's go. Favorite 2018 moment, Robin.
Before Josh cries too much.
Robin, let's start with you.
Robin, that's not very nice. We're about to play. We're about to play together.
God, we're not with the mask. I would have worn my Robin outfit if you're gonna do that. Favorite moment. I don't have a lot. I only played in one tournament. So I was going to say what Art said, which of course is commentating on the at the Nationals and that final game with Joel, obviously, and Nigel was incredible. But I did play in one tournament. I played in Shediac, and if I had to pick one tournament all year, it would have been Shediac. The people, the Scrabble, and of course the lobster. So,
are you glad to be back after 3 years?
No.
Wow. Was not expecting that answer, to be honest.
All right, now this is going to be an interesting one. Josh Jr., what was your favorite moment?
Well, I feel like Shediac anymore. It just can't.
That's right. Shediac gone.
Sorry.
Was it commentating on Alchemist Cup? You seem to be having an extra good time that night.
No.
All right.
My favorite Scrabble moment was definitely my trip to Nationals and then to Niagara Falls, which involved a lot of biking with Jackson.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Bicycle
sounded fun.
That's right. And someone else.
Yeah, I mean, we spent some time with Nigel, but it was mostly with Jackson.
Yeah, I tried to be as good as Nigel, but couldn't quite cut it.
And I did well in both those tournaments, and so did Jackson. So that was fun. Yes.
All right. Let's keep going on the carousel. We've got more guests for you tonight. Here come our next two guests. We have Jason Keller and Evan Berofsky. How are you guys?
Evan looks so thrilled to be on with me.
Oh,
yeah. I just want to preface this. A werewolf did not escape from the zoo. It is me. Really? Really, honestly.
So you've just been having a bunch of good Scrabble moments, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, who's going first here? We need a favorite 2018 Scrabble moment.
Yeah.
Pass.
All right, Jason, got to carry this one for both of you.
I'd say, just for me, it's been just a really great year. I think also like my Nationals roller coaster was pretty awesome.
Yeah. And
then also winning, being one of the few people who has the distinction of winning a tournament organized by a cat. Winning the St. Louis Scrabble Soiree.
What?
Are you not aware that it is put on by Mr. Ernest J. Dog?
I did not know that.
Oh,
where's the social media coverage on that? I see that. That's
a good question. Aren't you on the social media committee?
I know, but I see that cat all the time on Facebook. But I didn't know that cat was.
That was like a boring cat.
I didn't even know the cat was certified.
Mr. Doggy has his own Facebook page.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yep.
And his own Instagram. Sure.
All right, I'm making a note of that. I really gotta. get caught up here.
So what I'm hearing is, Jason, you just had all of the good Scrabble memories this year, and Evan, you just had none of them. So it's I don't know who stole it.
I don't know if we'd call it that.
Well, we've covered all my favorite moments the last time I was there live in studio.
That's
being
true.
live in studio must have been your highlight.
It was eating lobster, wasn't it? That was your favorite Scrabble.
It's a toss-up between those two moments. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we have one more guest currently.
That's
Might
right.
have more later. I know we don't quite have enough for all of your likings. But we have
hold on.
Our
Gotta get 'em
favorite.
in.
Our favorite
One of
tournament
our
co-director.
That's right. Co-directors coming up here. And
He helps us direct the Kingston Open every year or most years. We're going to figure that one out, which one it is. And
we will just throw a background here. Okay, here he is.
None other than Shan Abbasi. How are you doing, Shan?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
We can,
yes.
Good. All right. Yeah, so my favorite moment of 2018 was just very recently when I heard this was the final show, and then when I heard it was of 2018. That was my least favorite moment.
Wow, you're the biggest hater, Sean. I think that since your wedding, you've just gotten all of this confidence now that you just can hate on everyone. I don't know.
That
if
is
I like
a good
it.
point.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You really have brought up your troll game since getting married. What do you think
Yeah,
about
well,
that?
while I was eschewing nationals, I happened to get married, but
That's
I
right.
also got to play in a Scrabble tournament right after that. So that was actually one of my highlights of 2018, being able to play in Niagara. 5 days after getting married, bringing my fiance and telling her, "Yeah, we're gonna go into to the falls." Exciting stuff.
You can go to the falls while I play Scrabble.
Nobody thought I could pull that off, but I did. So that was a highlight.
Well, the first conspiracy of the night is Sean held his wedding during nationals to keep us from coming to it. Is that true? Is that a true conspiracy?
I didn't need that excuse to keep you from coming.
I was thinking was skipping nationals, Sean, but I realized I wasn't crazy.
Okay,
No,
we're gonna.
there were a lot of people to invite, but yeah.
We weren't one of them. So we're going to move on to
That's
the
right. We're
general
gonna
Scrabble highlights of 2018.
That's right, and we're gonna bring people in for reaction on this. So
It's going to be like Candid Cam.
That's right. So what is our first?
So our
maybe
first
this
highlight
isn't the right-
is we're going to talk about the big wins of the year, the big wins of 2018.
Okay, so let's bring in.
I shoot a 3-screen.
I think we do this, and then okay. So the big wins of the year. Yeah, I like this.
We had 2 real major tournaments this year that took place. The first one was the North American Scrabble Championship.
That's right.
And we have Robin here, who we're going to ask to commentate on this big win of Joel Sherman's. So, Robin, if you can bring back some of your commentary from that time, what do you think about Joel Sherman winning? What was it like to watch him win?
Oh my god, he's gonna be go out. Oh my god. Remember that?
Wish I could say it.
from the call of the game when he made that draw? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, when he picked his hand up and he had two places for his bingos, and he was going to win the whole tournament based on that one draw, even with no vowels. And I started going, oh my god. Yeah,
That's crazy.
that was pretty damn special.
And how about Joel winning? How many years apart? You're the
16,
cross tables
16 years
wizard.
apart.
Yeah, cross
I
tables
remember-
rain man.
I remember when he won. He was that was in San Diego, was it? Or?
It was in San Diego, yeah.
Oh my god, I can't believe I remember that. Yeah, so that tells you it's pretty darn hard to repeat.
So which one was he happier for?
Was he happy? Oh, this one for sure.
Really?
Oh, for sure. It's very, listen, you know Joel. Joel is like, so hard on himself. And, he does, he finds value from Scrabble. And it's taken how many years for him to find that value again? So it's even the second time around. And especially we're in Joel and I are just a week apart in age. And so you're in your mid 50s and you're competing with all you guys in your 20s and 30s. There's a lot of brain cells that have lost in the interim. So, it's a pretty sweet thing. And it really tells you to just keep playing and persevering because you can play it anywhere.
That's right. Well, and it's interesting. You say you know what Joel is like. I do want to remind you in his victory speech, he told everyone he was happy to win because no one picked him in the roto. Something like that.
I think he picked himself.
That's right. So no, hold on. We're going to get there. Just a little bit more on Joel. Let's go with Art. Art, you already said it was your favorite memory of 2018. Any behind the scenes stories you can give us of how that thing wrapped up, the award ceremony, any little nuggets you can hand out?
Well, it was the arrangement with the other players that allowed the final to actually happen. There was a dispute over Joel actually play Nigel, and it took agreement from 3-4 other players to make this happen, and Nigel being one of them. So it was great to see the camaraderie among the players at the top, who said, "All right, let's there they are, let the top dogs go at it." So that was my big takeaway from that.
For sure. That's a really interesting story, because I feel like if we were talking about, the National Football League, they wouldn't bring like the Giants and the Packers together and make them decide who's going to play each other. So it feels like at some point, maybe we'll get to the point where that kind of conversation isn't necessary, but it had to be a fascinating process to be a fly on the wall. And I mean, social media was blowing up. People were going crazy over that decision. You must have been feeling the pressure. I'm sure John Chu, if he feels pressure, was feeling the pressure. And really, that's got to be a fascinating piece for sure.
Oh, yeah. We had a conversation going on all night and early into the morning. And the decision wasn't made until, just before we started. So it was, I got the chance to walk over to Joel and say, "It's yours. Yeah, you had the opportunity." And he jumped out of his seat and he says, "Thank you." And off he went, So
that's sweet. And also pretty commendable of Nigel, because Nigel was kind of giving up a lot of his own chances right there. So kudos to Nigel for making that call.
For sure. Now, speaking of Nigel, we're going to get to our next highlight. Let's move on to that. We have the 2018 Worlds. We've got the finalists up here on screen.
One of the finalists is able to talk. The other finalist is not able to talk. So
one of the finalists never talks.
Yeah, that's true. Like. So we have both finalists live in the flesh right here. Jesse, what was it like playing Nigel in the finals?
It's a privilege, always. He's my most played opponent in WESPA. I think I'm up to 30-plus times. And,
wow.
He's the greatest there's ever been and ever will be. And every chance to play him is a huge opportunity.
And, what do you think of this photo as well? That's also what I'm wondering, because I feel like he looks like he's about to join a boy band in this photo. Are you going to join him?
Dashing.
Wow, is Nigel your all-time Scrabble crush?
Oh, probably not, but I can't divulge that one.
Ooh. I think there's a conspiracy theory boiling in there. I think I have some ideas of who that might be.
I do like, from looking at the screen here, I feel like the fashion game is rising a rising tide lifts all boats. You know what I mean?
And Jesse, you mentioned fashion sense in our Alchemist Cup episode the other week. So good job on your fashion sense. It's doing pretty well for you. You wear these glasses all the time.
All thanks to Will Anderson for providing the clutch accessories to Team USA.
All right, we're going to continue to talk about Nigel. We're going to bring in our latest guest. He's a guy who gets talked about on this show a whole bunch. Czar, how are you, buddy? You just got into the show in the nick of time.
Yeah, I'm doing good. You guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
No, it's all good.
Okay, so how do you feel about being Jesse Day's Scrabble crush? He just revealed to us in a brief interview very recently that you are his all-time Scrabble crush. What do you have to say about that?
Did he actually say that? I thought it was Nigel.
It is Nigel, but you often referred to Nigel as your only rival. I believe you brought that up on our rivalry show. And is it true? One of the conspiracies we wanted to talk about tonight, mixing up headlines and conspiracies, is the conspiracy that you are never actually going to switch to Collins. This is a giant multi-year troll. Is that true?
I think I'm pretty likely to play Collins and Nola. I haven't switched yet.
I get it.
But,
wink, wink. Yeah, I understand.
I'm very close.
Maybe I'll do the same, Cesar.
I'm about to pull the trigger. Dude, if you do it, I'll do it, Jackson.
Okay, I'm not going to do it, sorry. I guess we spoiled it. You can't do it anymore.
Okay, what is our next headline?
So our next headline is...
Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go here.
2018 up-and-comers. So we made a quick list of some of the people who had the most success in 2018, like the biggest rating gains, or some of the people that are like people you should watch out for in the years to come. So we're going to get
a few people on here. So we'll bring...
welcome back Jason Keller.
And... Hold on, this is a new one.
And we're going to bring in
here.
Morris Greenberg.
Yeah. So we just got to get
for their opinions on the up-and-comers.
Okay, so here's who we're talking about. Do you want to go through the list, Jackson? Because you're much closer in age to a lot of these people.
I know. I thought about including myself on this list, but
no.
So we have the winner and runner-up of the Division 4 at the Nationals, Cherish Ambiocolo and Evan Yurko. What do you guys think? I always have this theory that Division 4 is always won by a child. What do you think about this? Like, did either of you win Division 4 when you were a kid?
Back when I started, there were more than 4 divisions.
Right.
That's actually, the first time that I played, I was in Division 4 and I came in 5th, but I was 26 years old or so. And then it was also not the Division 4 that we were playing, as we know it today. So yeah, but no, I mean, I feel like there have been a couple of people who won Division 4 who are not kids.
Okay, I think the NASPA conspiracy to make Division 4 won by kids, they're not always successful in that venture.
Oh, that's actually, that is a juicy conspiracy theory. I do want to say, I want to put on the record that my first Nationals was ruined by Roger Coleman, who is not a guest here. He organized this little one-day tournament before Nationals, and I went to it, and he lost to me twice, and it bumped me out of Division 4. So thanks, Roger, for that. Morris, what do you think? Anybody on this list that you've been particularly impressed with?
I'll go with the Massachusetts person, Jack.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's been climbing up the rankings. I haven't been following in the past month, but I know somewhat recently he played in a tournament right after Thanksgiving, where he just really, it was a toughish field and he really dominated it. And so he's continuing to just climb up the ranks. And I fear that I'm slowly going to be unseated at number 3 in Massachusetts.
Okay, we're going to get some reactions. We're going to get some reactions from a couple other guests to this list. Robin, you had a great interview with Cherish. Can you give us some brief remarks? I know you're not going to be able to stay with us for the whole hour, but we wanted to hear from you one more time before you had to take off.
What are my impressions? I mean, she's lovely. She's adorable. She's female. She's up and coming. And we'll see what happens. We got to nurture her. Be nice to her. Everyone be nice to her.
Very good. Shan, you're all involved with school Scrabble. Any kids on here that you're impressed with?
No, I don't trust school Scrabble. Ever since Jackson emerged from that,
I've soured you.
Just don't put my faith in it anymore. I believed at one point that there may be people, but no, I'm afraid not.
So both of you are from Toronto. Both of us are from Toronto. What do you guys think of this Bryn Bowen fellow?
Have you ever heard of him?
Have you met him before? Yeah. Because he just started playing Scrabble just over a year ago, and he's already in the top 100 players in North America. Are you guys afraid?
I was distrustful when I first heard that Bryn knew you, Jackson. But then after that, when I got over that point, I was like, yeah, sure. He definitely has some skill. I played him in just sort of casual game, and he brings everything to the table. It's just a matter of word study, I think, and he's putting a lot of time into that. So he's definitely an up-and-comer.
Let's not give Bryn too much of a big head. Robin, you've never heard of this guy, correct? Yeah, okay, just checking. Now, we're going to interrupt headlines for a second. Because Robin's got to go, we have a conspiracy theory about Robin, and we've got that very short little piece of video to play.
We do, yes.
So we might as well bang this out. The conspiracy involving Robin is that she claims that she is going to come back and play Scrabble again.
Yes.
But none of us really believe that. So what we want to show is a very short video here. God, that I had queued up. Here it is. And we'll see what people think, okay?
Something you may not know about me is that I haven't played a single game across the board for over 3 years. And the reason is that in the middle of my life, I decided to switch careers. I went back to school, and I just graduated a month ago. So I'm back in the game, getting my feet wet through the commentary, and then you're going to see me across the board too. I've played none. I haven't even played a game.
So I think that's kind of like...
Yeah, that's interesting?
Maybe that's the line. It's like, so
okay.
Kind of like, yeah, I haven't played that much lately.
Okay.
Here's why or something.
I know what I'm going to do. Okay. So some people are asking me, Robin, I saw your name, you were going to play, and now you're not. Why are you commentating? And the answer I give is that I actually adore commentating. I love to play, and I love to commentate, but I'm going to start over. I really hate where this is going. How I think, and I think in a pretty good way. Were you choking up over my words?
So there we go.
Something you may not know about.
Hold
Let's
on.
get Robin back into the real Robin.
Whoa, the real Robin. I got confused there for a second.
It seems like you're not too sure about this whole not playing thing. I don't really trust it. Josh doesn't trust it. What do you have to say?
I thought it was going to come back. I really do. And every time I'm in your presence, in all of your presence, I want to come back. I missed you guys so much, and I love the camaraderie and all that. But this new thing I do, it's just so all-encompassing. I mean, where am I going now? I have a cancer webinar that's starting right now. Like, I just have this other thing exploding. So I've done Scrabble for 30 plus years. Maybe it's time to, I've been the queen, eh, guys?
That's very true, yeah.
Unlike Elizabeth, I will exceed the throne to Charles. I would exceed it to Charlotte, not to Charles. I would like another one.
So, I think we'll be seeing you at Shediac at the very least. I think that's the minimum expectation we have. You've set this expectation that you're going to play Shediac, so I don't think you can get out of that one. So,
okay,
good luck on your seminar tonight.
Thanks very much for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you at some point in the new year. But thanks very much.
Thanks for all you do. You do a great job. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay, let's go. We brought some other guys in here. Do we want to continue on the headlines?
Yeah,
do we have anything else
we
on
have one more.
up-and-comers?
We don't have anything else on up-and-comers. We have one more big headline of the year. I don't know if you guys noticed, but a lot of people got married and engaged this year, and we want to celebrate them because we are not jealous people, and we are happy for other people when good things happen to them. So we want to go through and celebrate some of our beloved Scrabble couples of the year.
Okay, so we're looking for reactions. Chris and Randy, none of the five of us involved with the screen right now got invited to this wedding. Oh, we should have had Jason.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we'll get Jason in here to give his thoughts. But anyone on Chris and Randy, any general thoughts?
How do you know that I wasn't invited?
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe you just snubbed it.
That's
I
a
hear
conspiracy.
You.
That's a yeah. I'm not going to comment.
I was on the standby list. Yeah.
On the standby list. Nice. Joey, you've threatened to get married before. Joey, can you hear us? Jason, I think you were at this wedding. Is that true?
Yes, I was at this wedding.
Okay, and tell us about
Joey
it.
Can't hear us, unfortunately.
But it was beautiful. It was on the beach in Aruba. We had it was a couple of close Scrabble friends and family, and anyone who happened to be walking around on the beach at the time, because beaches in Aruba are public, and it was just beautiful. Chris and Randy are two of my favorite people in the world, and little.
Yeah, we were all pretty jealous of that.
Yeah.
Wedding. I think everyone's wedding has to be in Aruba now. So, speaking of weddings that are going to happen in Aruba,
Oh, we've got Aruba. Is that a big announcement?
I think they're going to trick everyone into going there.
Czar, who are these people in this picture?
There's like chat covering it. I can't see.
Oh,
I can't see it either.
Yeah, that was me and Mina at the Chess and Checkers house in Central Park.
And what's special about you and Mina? Like, you just know each other randomly?
Yeah, we're engaged. We're gonna be.
Whoa! Is that why we included this as a story? Look at that.
So you can see the ring.
Yeah. Do you have a date? What's going on?
It's gonna be in April, next April 6th.
April 1st.
Fantastic. April 1st. It's another massive troll job by the master.
Nice job remembering the exact date, Cesar. I'm impressed.
Wow.
I had to think about it.
It's the details in the story that really make it believable. That's an important part of the troll game.
So we actually didn't include Shan Abbasi's wedding. I think it's because of all of his trolling that this is my way to get back at Shan.
Well, we have no pictures. We weren't there.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know if it actually
We have pictures of Aruba. Hold on a second.
So all right, let's go to the next one.
Yeah, okay. Our next one is,
and we'll get Shan in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, firstly, Shan, I want to give my sincere condolences for forgetting about your wedding.
This was Jackson's ballywick here. Was getting all the he loves all the wedding photos. So yeah, I don't know what happened there, Shan.
It's fine. Maria's watching the show, and she'll deal with Jackson herself very quietly in the back alley.
Can't wait to meet Mariam. So what do you
haven't met?
No, not officially.
Oh,
but I'm still waiting to.
See, you got to think about Kingston this year. I know you signed up for another tournament already, but you should think about participating in Kingston. You'll get to meet her.
So what do you guys think of this lovely couple right here? They're not married yet, but they are saying they're going to get married.
Well, they're engaged, aren't they?
Yeah, do we trust them?
They are.
Wait, are they engaged?
Yes, they are.
Oh, yeah, they were. It's hard to keep track now.
I know, there's a lot.
Okay, are we sure?
They're a very cute, good couple.
All right.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
So we have...
Let's move to our next couple.
Final couple of the year.
This one.
This is a half Scrabble couple. I don't know what is so funny. Art, I really...
What's up, Art?
What is so funny about this, love?
That's a half couple, isn't it? Well, what do I
say? But Lisa is a full-blown Scrabble player.
And congratulations to Lisa, of course.
Yeah.
Half a couple.
What about Michael? Let's congratulate Michael as well. He's probably going to become a Scrabble player one day.
Congratulations, Lisa and Michael.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I never knew love was so funny.
Lisa, if you're watching this, you're awesome and I miss you. Like, come to Albany or something.
Now, wait a minute. That doesn't look like winter.
Oh, come on, man.
All right.
That's too hard.
No.
Well,
So, our last highlight of 2018 is, as some of you know,
what is our last highlight?
Our last highlight is that this is the 30th episode of NASPA Tonight, and we just want to know, as our biggest fans, we just had them right there. We want to appreciate our biggest fans for sticking with us all 30 episodes. Think about how many hours of your life that is. Like, it should be about 15 hours, but it's probably about 35 hours. So thank you, everyone, for sticking with it that many hours of your life.
For sure. We're going to keep cycling through guests here.
Yes.
We just got to figure out what the next
So our next topic is
By the way, Zev says in the comments, Josh, when are you switching to Collins? Do you think he's talking to me? I don't think so. I don't think Zev has ever commented to me during the whole show.
So we're going to talk about the Alchemist Cup, which just finished in Malaysia.
That's right.
And
let's bring in, let's do this. We got to move.
So we're going to bring in part of the American team, and we're going to bring in as well part of the prospective Canadian team.
Oh, yeah, that's what we're doing.
We have some talking to do to figure out who the team's going to be.
So this is the lineup. right?
This is the Alchemist Cup lineup.
Yeah.
So welcome to Jesse, Josh, and Evan. Firstly, Jesse, congratulations on your second place finish just on spread. Team America did a pretty solid job.
Absolutely.
So tell us
and
your experience.
I think it's good to set up Alchemist Cup. I mean, I'm sure everybody was watching over that time, or certainly was aware. I feel like social media has been a buzz with this tournament. I don't know if everybody knew what to expect, but the level of play was so super high. Michael Tang did a hell of a job attracting really 50 of the best 75 players in the world.
Do you guys have any idea like how he was able to do that? I feel like he was using some sort of like alchemy.
There you go, Evan. But absolutely, Michael Tang is a force of nature when it comes to this kind of stuff. But yeah, I think we should set the stage here first with Jesse's kind of give us a little bit of flavor of what it was like to play that event.
Yeah, Michael Tang runs the best tournaments in the world. I wouldn't miss any of them. It's sort of like a bugle call in the distance. I think about this tournament about a year in advance, and I started preparing in November 2017. So I think that everyone trusts him to do a great job organizing. They're the best tournaments in the world, and that's how he gets the best players.
Well, and he just got announced as the director for Goa. Like today, I saw that, right?
So does that mean the bugle call is being sounded?
What?
Yeah.
He did, yeah. So, Jesse, are you going to go to Goa? Represent Team America?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Sweet.
Nice. So
it's on.
Let's talk about the fact that what was also announced at the end of Alchemist Cup was the idea that, first of all, the team that came in last, I don't know who it was. I don't think we need to name it.
East Africa.
Sorry, East Africa.
Anyway, they're relegated. They're out for next time. And one of the rest of teams, I think it was rest of Asia, they're out. I don't know if it was for relegation or why, just another, they didn't want rest of. And now UK is in and Canada is in. So we should talk about Canada. Why don't you guys talk about Canada while
Josh and Evan, I want to come on air and ask you guys this question. Are you going to join me? And assuming Adam Logan, are we all going to join Adam Logan to represent Canada in 2020?
No.
Go ahead, Evan. I'm disappointed.
Jackson, it's not whether Adam and I are going to join you two. It's whether you two are going to join the two.
So I'm down. So Josh, why are you disappointed? Is this confirmed for you or not?
We talked about it. We said we're going. Like we chatted like 5 times. Like yes, we're going.
But
we're on the show now, Josh.
Not everyone sees our chats, unfortunately.
I have to just mention also that right after we confirmed the last time we chatted, we were like, yes, we're going. You were like, hey, Josh, let's do commentary instead. So I'm not going to hear any of that. Jackson, you'd better not be flaky this time because we're going, and we're going to take the cup with us.
But how are we going to figure
whether
out
we win or not? Yeah,
I think we need to hold auditions for the 5th member of the team. I want it to be a tough audition process. I don't want anyone just skirting by on a rating or anything. It has to be legit.
Michael said that someone else had expressed interest already. When I asked him the other day, he said that that's the one. Yes.
Well, let's go with just rating. Who is the next highest? I saw somebody suggest Wapnick.
Josh Castellano.
Right. Jesse Matthews said that he was interested in playing. Wapnick has a really high rating as well. I mean, what if one of you guys gets bounced? And never mind that, both of you guys have to make the switch. When are you going to switch over?
Oh, we're talking.
Oh my God.
Let's hear these plans. People want to know. Look, Jesse Day's raising his eyebrows because he's like, these 2 kids are going to come. Like, come on.
Well, you want the
Josh, first of all, if Jackson and I decide to switch, you will be sure to see our ratings go way higher than any Wapnick or Castellano or Matthews. You can be certain of that. Second of all,
glad you left my
my
name out of that one. Thanks.
No, we're not gonna compete with our fellow teammates here.
I want to bring up a conspiracy theory here that Collins is a ratings pyramid scheme. When people come into Collins and they're lower rated, their ratings get sucked up to the top. Is that true? I feel like that's a true conspiracy.
Let's ask Jesse, because Jesse switched to Collins. And your rating hit pretty close to 2,100, if I recall.
Did it go down at the beginning?
Frankly, I couldn't care less.
Thank you, Jesse. Let's talk about food instead. Maybe how
was the laksa in Malaysia?
Some interesting things.
The food is phenomenal. I'm shocked that I didn't gain more than the 5 pounds that I gained in my
So it sounds like it's confirmed. It sounds like we're all playing for Team Canada in 2020. And it also sounds like we're going to win with Team Canada.
Jackson, you're the only person that hasn't confirmed.
So I just want to get another confirmation from Josh and Evan. You're good to play for Canada, right?
Sure, as long as there's no more than 6 games a day.
Oh, sounds like we lost a medal right now.
And we're still going to do an episode of NASPA Tonight during that week, right?
Yeah, you got to fly to Malaysia every day of Alchemist Cup.
You never know. Okay, let's.
So we want to get a picture of Team America on the air, and we want.
Let's
see if we can confirm that Jesse was actually a member of this team.
Okay, so here's how we're going to do that. We are going to go up here, and Jesse's going to go here. And where's that picture? Here it is.
Yeah. So in case anyone was wondering,
look at that.
Here's Team America. Jesse, can you confirm that is you on the right-hand side?
Appears so.
The glasses don't give it away.
Well, there's no question that I feel like you guys were the talk of the tournament. That was my impression.
Like at least over in North America, it felt like it.
Yeah, I'm sure like in Australia, Russell Honeybun was all running around about that team. But for a lot of players, I feel like all eyes were on Team USA, and you guys were awesome.
Yeah. And in case anyone's wondering, the winning team who just bested Team America on spread,
right.
That's Team Australia. So here's
job
a picture of them here.
Editing that photo.
We had some editing issues with Australia. I think this goes upside down. That was the issue.
It's upside down. All right, there they are.
Here's Team Australia. We had David Eldar, Naween Fernando, Chris May, Andrew Fisher, and Ed Okulix. Who's that?
They actually, one thing that's worth mentioning is the unbelievable increase in prize money.
Yes.
Same number of competitors, same entry fee. That winning check is going to go from 10 grand to 25 grand.
It's like the reverse of the North American Championship.
Do you understand that the entry fees are 15 grand for this tournament, and the winning check is going to be 25 not next year, but in 2020? Okay. Jesse, any thoughts on that?
Any sum of money and trust him with it.
I like that attitude.
All right.
So
I think that's going to close Alchemist Cup.
We will see you all in 2020 in Penang, Malaysia. It's going to be awesome.
Okay, let's just reset. We're going to bring more people in.
Yeah.
Stand by, everybody. What the hell is our next topic?
So we're going to be doing tournament talk. Everyone's favorite.
Tournament. Good old tournament talk.
Here, we haven't had for a while.
Yeah, we haven't had
good old Cess.
Okay. And what happened? I guess we lost Sean.
Yeah, I think Sean quit after he wasn't included in the wedding announcements.
We're sorry, Sean. Maybe if we've gotten that invite. Okay. Let's bring some people on.
Since this is the last show for the year, we're going to be predicting quite a few tournaments. We have a lot of big tournaments as well at the end of the year, as the calendar always seems to do. So we're going to be predicting all of the best tournaments. The first one that's coming up is going to be Can-Am, and we have one player in Can-Am who's joining us right now. I think two. Jason, are you?
No, it's not. Oh, we don't have a graphic for Can-Am.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay,
but we want to talk about Can-Am first because Cesar, you're playing in Can-Am. You're playing for Team America. Team America is always expected to win, but Team America rarely wins. So Are you gonna?
What's the all-time series here?
I think America is actually ahead, but not by much. But not by as much as they should be. So Cesar, what do you have to say?
And that's happening like this weekend. For me, Can-Am is totally flown by. Somebody give me a quick summary of Can-Am, because Jackson always just wants to dive into the details. But we should set this up. Can somebody tell me something about Can-Am, about the event, why it's exciting, stuff like that? Let's go around. Jason, you seem like you want to talk.
So this year we've got 5 Collins players and 5 TWL players, Canada against US. So in the past it has been, I think, a little bit more of an elite field, if I'm to be honest.
Cesar, I can't talk like that.
But it usually does attract a lot of the top talent, and it's been something where I know that personally for me, there have been a couple of times where I've been either in range to get a spot and just not quite gotten it, or in the room and thinking, man, the Americans could use a little bit of a shot of energy here. Let me at it. So I'm very excited to be playing it.
You're playing Collins.
I'm playing Collins, yes. It should be interesting. I mean, that is one thing that, on any given day, the thing is that even when it seems like, maybe the American team is gonna just crunch, it a lot of times doesn't happen. So it should be very interesting to see what happens this coming weekend.
Sweet. Czar, do you want to give us any background here? Isn't Mina involved in helping to organize or promote this tournament?
Yeah, I think she actually brought it back because we hadn't had it for like 3 years, and she and Morris and Bradley was directing. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, I played in 2013, I believe, and we beat Canada pretty handily. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. So I'm excited to try to do that again.
You're playing.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Art, any thoughts on Can-Am before we replace you with Morris here?
I live in Florida. I don't know what's going up there in the north end of the country. So, go Team America.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Morris, can you give us? Does Morris have anything to do with Can-Am? I know nothing. I have nothing. I know nothing about Can-Am. So Morris, fill me in, please.
So Can-Am is going to be in Cambridge, Massachusetts this year, right where I live. So I helped organize it and such. And yeah, it should be a great time. We have a lot of good people, and it should, good Scrabble, good people, makes a good weekend.
So what's your role? Are you co-organizing along with Mina?
Yeah, so I just sort of figured out all the logistics of where players will play, where they could lodge, those sorts of things. So yeah, that was my responsibilities, and I might also be annotating a few games here or there.
So the whole tournament's sleeping at your place. Party at Morris's.
Exactly. Yeah, party at my place. Yeah, I mean, Jackson actually was the one person who flaked after qualifying.
Yeah, that's right, because Jackson does not keep any kind of calendar. This is not the first time you've ever flaked on something. There was just something recently where you were in and then you were out or whatever. This is the thing about being a 20-year-old kid, is you never know where the hell you're going to be.
21, actually. Get it right.
We'll get to that in Scrabble birthdays.
Yeah, but
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Cesar. Nice.
It's not that segment yet, Czar. Go ahead.
But yeah, I was super bummed to not make Can-Am. I was really excited to stay at your place, Morris, and win for Canada, beat Cesar, all my favorite things in one. But then I had an exam that got scheduled for the Saturday morning, so I was like, this is terrible, and my university hates Scrabble. So down with U of T.
By the way, Zev just shouted out to Czar and said to say thank you to Mina for reviving the event. Again, never commented to me. All right. Are we picking this? What are we doing?
I think we should. Let's each pick. One of us picks one country. The other's got to pick the other country.
All right. So
you're down. You're down in the dumps and in.
So I got to pick first?
Yeah, you got to pick first.
All right.
No, you pick TWL first, and I'll pick Collins first.
Oh, I see. Okay. TWL, Czar, you're on that team. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right. I'm picking US.
Ooh, crazy. I'm gonna go with Canada.
All right.
Choice. So I'm going to pick
And
Collins
then
now.
Collins.
I'll pick first.
Yes.
So I will pick America.
All right. And I'll pick Canada.
Sorry, Canada.
I don't know who's on the team, but I'll pick Canada.
So it's worth noting that we picked Manhattan last week. And
yes,
I implored you to not pick Cesar because he always picks wrong. And he picked Cesar anyways.
I don't always pick wrong.
Look whose streak ended.
Look
whose 6-tournament streak ended. Cesar, what do you have to say to this? I'm so sorry that your streak ended.
I tried. I had to beat Joel by 130 in the final game, and I only beat him by like 50 or 60, and I lost the spread.
So. It's true that I always pick wrong. Whenever I pick Joel, Czar wins, and I always say I wish I were picking Czar, and then I go, well, let's go Joel. Anyway, I screwed it up.
Joel won this time. I feel like that always happens whenever you're playing someone for like 130-point win in the last round. You always end up winning by like 40, but not quite the spread. That's how it always feels.
Right. We also picked South Bend, Indiana,
and we both got it wrong.
We both got it wrong.
It was a tough one that week. Yeah, it's I think.
Oh, come on. Let's Czar, you don't have to talk like that about flyover country, all right? We all know you're like
flyover country.
Okay. We love these places, right?
I love looking at them from 10,000 feet in the air.
Jason, what do you think about flyover country, Mr. Doggy and St. Louis and whatever? What do you think?
I mean, what do you want me? I mean, it's. I have very mixed feelings. But I know that there are. I know that there are a lot of. I mean, one thing is that I, in my job, get to connect with people all over the country and all over the world, and that does include. I have students in Kentucky, Kansas City, Kansas, Southern Illinois. I don't think I've had any students from Indiana yet, but I think everyone. I mean, people make those sorts of comments, but we're all good people.
All right, Art. Some people would say you're on the East Coast, but other people would just say Florida is Florida. What are your thoughts on that?
Exactly. We do not deserve to be included in any other group but Florida. We are terrible. We are senseless. We have no direction here. Don't insult the rest of the East Coast by including us into it. Thank you.
Josh, any opinions on flyover country?
Hey, I don't think we're getting through to anybody right now. The stream seems to have stopped. Okay. Perhaps it's actually.
Thank you. We're still okay. That's
working now.
Thank you. So it's still going to NASPA and the NASPA group, but it seems to have failed on my page. We went over time, I guess. That's bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're getting close to the end here.
I want to also mention two things. I finally picked a rack. I picked like 30 racks while I was waiting to get streamed, and I finally picked a bingo rack. And you guys have to find the 2 bingos in here and not find a phony.
Okay.
Also,
phony and 2
flyover country. Flyover country. I haven't really seen much of it. I don't know. It's I wouldn't call it that. I would call it blockchain and block agriculture country. There's a lot of blocks going on over there. Also, weren't we supposed to talk about conspiracy theories? Actually have a segment on it because I actually have conspiracy theories.
So tell us. We'll get back to you. We're going to talk about flyover country.
We're just going to finish the round here. Evan, are you in flyover country?
Sorry, I must be the only person who doesn't know what this means.
It's like those states where it's like I've heard of that place from my airplane window. That's flyover country.
All right, Josh, we're gonna go to conspiracy theories. Lay some conspiracies on us.
Okay, show's getting out of hand here. So, very important conspiracy theory. There are certain players, even top very good players, that have this idea that they are somehow less lucky than other people, even over their long careers. So I'm thinking of Joel Sherman, I'm thinking of Marlon Hill, I'm thinking of Kenji Matsumoto, who have consistently mentioned in their own way that they are somehow unluckier than other people, at least when it matters most. And this is a very hilarious theory to me. I mean, it might be true, like who knows? But like to have this like this idea, like Scrabble is a game you're constantly trying to get better at, right? And like to have this idea that there's something in the way, like this unstoppable force of luck, to me is like absolutely insane. But these guys have had their successes and they're great players in their own right. So that's a very interesting conspiracy theory, thinking that you're somehow unluckier. There's some people that think they are luckier. Like I personally think that I'm luckier than
I am
everyone
Matt Koenig
else.
as well, yeah.
Yeah, we never got Matt. Where's Matt? He was supposed to be on the show.
Whatever. We'll talk to Mac another time.
I guess we got lucky.
So that's an interesting theory. Do you want to discuss it, or do you want me to go on to another?
We want to move on to another theory.
No, well, anyway, I think it's
interesting.
Just to get you guys.
That was
a trick. That was
okay, give us the next one.
And the second one is a more fun theory that like everybody thinks that Nigel Richards makes these plays that instantly so many people don't like, but then everyone seems to like it at the end of the day. Like, oh yeah, touched by God, touched by Nigel. Nigel knows what he's doing. We just don't understand him. He's like, he's making this move and he has very good reason for it, even if it doesn't work out. And it's good to remember that Nigel is a person.
Wait, so is your conspiracy theory that Nigel actually makes a bunch of bad plays and we're all just sitting there being like, oh my God, what a god, he figured this out?
Correct. So the conspiracy that there's something in the air, perhaps like chemtrails or something, that is preventing people from seeing Nigel's flaws. And
it's kind of funny that
especially you, Jackson. You seem to be like, oh, this is a great play. This is why. No.
Yeah, I've never seen Nigel make a bad play.
I can try to explain why he makes plays, but I will still say, nope, that's a bad play when I think it's a bad play.
So did you say chemtrails because that has Alchemist in it?
No, it's because chemtrails is a conspiracy.
Okay, because chemtrails is like Alchemist plus art. So.
Both reasons. If Josh asked me his question because it's a conspiracy, I'd say yes. If you asked me Alchemist, I'd say yes.
Wow.
Okay, now Josh also forwarded another conspiracy that I wanted to get other people's takes on. You said, Josh, that your conspiracy was all people who play competitive Scrabble were bullied at one time. So I want to know if Art and Jesse, have you guys ever been bullied?
Who hasn't been bullied?
That's a yes, check mark. Jesse?
Sure.
All right.
Oh, I think maybe you were the bully. With those glasses.
What? Jesse
Keller,
is an angel. Oh my God.
Keller, you've been bullied?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, what about you, Jackson?
I've never really been bullied.
Yeah, no kidding. I feel like I knew that was going to be the answer. Jason, any details?
Sorry, Josh. You'll have to bully me now.
We're already past the 50 minutes, and I don't want to extend this until I have to hear it 10 o'clock.
Last one of the year. Come on, Jason.
I mean, no. There's a lot of bad. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, I am perfectly happy to talk about it in another setting. I think that, we can move on.
We're gonna do it.
All right, Evan.
NASPA Tonight gets personal.
That's right. Evan, ever been bullied? I've been bullied, by the way.
Really?
And I bullied people. So.
Yes, and then I punched the guy in the face.
Oh, glad you stand up for yourself.
Nice, love it.
Over the board as well.
Evan, was it in the mouth?
Yep.
So you want to hear from a couple more people?
That's right. Czar, history of bullying.
Bullied?
What was the question?
Have you been bullied before? The conspiracy theory is that all Scrabble players have been bullied.
Very briefly, maybe. But I don't know.
Just online.
You guys bully me all the time, so yeah I guess so.
That's true. Sorry.
Buffalo.
What about,
Buffalo.
Didn't we have a whole conversation about not wanting to bring out your laptop on the BART? We talked about this in Shediac, right? Do you remember that?
Me? I always use my laptop on Bart.
All right, just checking. No, we're talking with that guy. I don't know who we're talking about. All right, Morris, have you ever been bullied?
Yeah, like every Scrabble player.
Yes.
All right, so this is true.
It's pretty good. Josh, you're onto something. Maybe.
Oh, Morris, I never bullied you.
I didn't say it was you, but it could have been.
Oh, you said like every. I thought you said by every Scrabble.
No, but
don't tell them.
With just a few quick comments, every one of you, feel free to come up to me at a tournament, bully the hell.
Free punching bag. Oh man.
I want to hug all of you people.
Now let's go with this conspiracy.
Yeah.
theory,
So
right?
one of Kenji's conspiracy theories.
Don't.
One of the longest
ascribe
standing. He'll stand by. One of the
All
longest
right.
standing conspiracy theories is that the only reason Chris Cree is running NASPA, the only reason he signed up for this job, is because he wants to figure out a way to win nationals. He wants to rig it.
Now, what do you
guys think?
We've got some.
Is Kenji
some
right, or is he full of BS, just like his other theory that he's unlucky?
Well, the more of us switch to Collins, the more he'll win nationals.
So are you going to let him do that, Seth? Are you going to let Chris Cree make you switch to Collins?
Is he bullying you, Cesar?
He's not. I mean, he has reacted with displeasure at some of my games against them, but he hasn't outright bullied me. I don't know. I think I'm going to Collins it up after Can-Am. You guys should all join me.
Troll job. Okay, so we have some evidence on this one. This is it's
a UFO sighting.
Up until now, never been released footage of an interview because I just haven't gotten around to editing it. But this has never been released footage
Morris, be ready
of
for
the
this.
two co-presidents here talking. It's a quick clip, but you may catch something about this conspiracy.
It's too long a story.
There's a secret long-term goal as well, which is our secret long-term goal is for Chris to become the North American champion. He almost did it this year.
So there we go.
Yeah, it's confirmed. I mean, we got one conspiracy theory of the night completely confirmed.
All right. There we go. Everybody's back. I don't know if you caught anything in there. I felt like it was very understated in that clip.
It's
but
still a
I
theory.
feel like,
just like the theory of evolution. That's what this theory is like.
That's right. Okay.
My conspiracy theory following what I've just seen is that Chris Cree is actually just a replica of John Chu. And one day John Chu will climb out of Chris Cree's skin after winning nationals and be like, I fooled you. I mean, because have you guys heard Chris Cree's imitation of John Chu?
Yes.
Like his impersonation is insanely on point. This can't be like it's no. Okay. I've said too much.
That is good. All right. Do we have any other conspiracy
So we have
theories,
one
or is that
more.
it?
We have one more from Robin. Her conspiracy theory is that tournament directors have conspired to only let morning people win tournaments.
Oh, that's a good question. Who's a
Yes.
morning person here?
Not me.
See, I think we're all getting got by this tournament scene. I think this is why Cesar's been winning all these Brooklyn tournaments because they're starting at like 7 o'clock
that's a
in the
good
evening.
point.
I think we know the secret now.
Also, everybody's rated 300 points below.
The only reason I was able to win Shediac is because it's an hour and a half, I think, ahead.
I think just
on
an
the-
hour.
on the
No, 2
east.
hours. 2 hours.
Or
It's only
something.
Newfoundland this half
Oh,
an hour.
yeah, right. So does that make it earlier or later?
This was 1 hour, but that
I
was
guess it
enough.
makes it later.
That was enough. Like it started late enough so that my non-morningness didn't kick in.
Right. And the additional point is not only do they cater nationals and all these tournaments to morning people who are always late, they like start our clocks.
I know.
It's really terrible.
Morris, are you going to start my clock?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean,
Because
depends.
I don't think
You
you'll
can
be
start
able
this
to
clock.
because we're
We're
going
gonna
to
lose a lot of
go
points.
to the venue together.
That's true. That's true. It'd be pretty impressive if you got there like a ton after me. Like you'd have to do something diabolical. So yeah, if it was diabolical, sure, I'd start your clock.
Okay, that's going to
So-
cover it for conspiracy theories, right? We have a very small amount of business to
We have some
care
tournament
of.
talk that we have to get to.
Okay.
So who's going to stay on to join us for tournament talk and be our official
Well, we
advisor?
should switch it up. We
Yeah.
should switch it up. So here, I'm
Lead
going to
advisor,
switch
please.
things up, and we're going to go
I think Josh is
to.
live right now.
Oh,
Josh, do a little dance for everyone.
All right. Sorry, Josh. All right. Let's go. I want to go these three here, but they're going to switch. Okay, what are we predicting, Jackson?
I think our first tournament we're going to predict, so we already did Can-Am. The next one we're going to predict is the San Francisco, California Open. I think a lot of people playing Can-Am were kind of sad. It's the same weekend as Can-Am, so they couldn't play both tournaments at once. But San Francisco Open's been going on many years. I think Ed de Guzman is directing it this year, and the field is pretty good. So
okay, let's bring this up. It may be tough for people because we only got a quarter of the screen.
Yeah.
But we've got
it's your pick first for the win. It's an open division, just one big division.
Right, exactly. It's going to be hard not to go with someone who's appeared on NASPA Tonight, but who didn't answer any messages when we asked them to come back. So that's Rafi Stern. I'm gonna pick Rafi.
So I'm not sure who to pick out of Carl Johnson and Cecilia. Cecilia was playing for the win last year, and I feel like she could do the same this year. So Art and Evan, who do you guys think out of Carl and Cecilia? Who should I pick?
I'm going to say dig deep and go for Mike Barron.
Great advice from Art Moore. Thank you. Let's see if Evan can listen to questions any better. Evan, what do you think? Who should I pick?
Well, I'm sort of related to one of them, so I'm gonna have to go with Cecilia.
Is that the one you're related to, or the?
Yes, it's a long story. It's from a past Scrabble tournament. Blah blah blah. Don't
Share
worry.
blood. All right. I'll take your advice. I'll go with Cecilia. She's gonna win this one.
Okay, so let's flip over to Collins here, and we'll bring in who do we have here? We'll bring in these guys. Okay.
So
now,
my pick first.
You're running out of guests.
Dropping like flies.
Okay, so CSW, you go
CSW
ahead.
is hard because we have the Forever Esti Sina Vijay Akumar from Toronto.
Yes.
We also have
We call him
Martin
VJ.
VJ, yeah. We also have Yingming Po. This is a tough one. I think I'm gonna go with VJ. I think he's finally gonna break out of his Steehood this time, much to my dismay, but he's gonna do it.
I'll go. I always like what Martin posts on Facebook, so that seems like a good enough.
I think it's like
reason.
a
What do
full-time
you
job at Facebook.
What do you guys think,
Posting.
Jason? You probably got the most experience playing some of these guys. Who do you like here? Oh, look at Puneet there. Is right there with Rainey.
I kind of like VJ here as well.
All right.
VJ here as well.
This is a tough field. Josh Jr. Any love for Sam? What do you think there, Josh?
My head is saying Puneet because he's up and coming and he's about to win something at some point very soon. He's got a great head for the game, but my heart says Mina.
Ooh, right.
Okay, so they're both. So Mina and Cesar are playing in tournaments at the same time across the country for each other.
Right. That's
funny.
interesting.
There
Okay,
we go.
I'm changing my pick. I still really like what Martin posts on Facebook, but I'm gonna go Puneet.
So the next one we're gonna pick
Ying. What about Yingming Po?
Yingming Po.
Does nobody
good.
know who that is? Like,
Yes, we all know he is. You have to know Yingming Po. So
Okay,
we're gonna
let's
pick
go to
Albany Division 1.
New Year's.
I think it's back to you, Josh.
It is back to me. So I mean, I see your name on this list.
Somewhere.
I
there.
always believe your rating is inflated. Evan and Art, who do you like in this field? This is a tough field, man.
Why do you have me guessing the TWL divisions?
Because we're the leftovers.
I've got to go with Mac. Got to go with Mac.
Art, what do you think?
Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it's Mac. I'm
All
sorry.
right, put me down
Jackson.
for Mac.
I did this with Oshawa the other weekend. It worked out well. I'm gonna go all my marbles in one basket. That's not the right expression, but I'm gonna pick myself. I'm gonna see if I can win NASPA Tonight and Albany at the same time. So.
Right. Now, I picked you for Oshawa.
Oh, you did? I thought I did.
I kept the pick away from you because Oshawa was like small enough that it's a kind of tournament that you would win.
Josh's conspiracy is that I never win big tournaments.
Correct.
So
That's correct.
I'm gonna disprove that one this time.
Okay, let's move now to Collins. You're absolutely right, Evan, that we could have planned this a little bit better. But let's go Collins here. And we're going with this is Albany Collins.
My
Look at
question
this.
to you
Again,
guys is
packed.
packed. Should I pick Team Rest of the World or should I pick Team America? That's my question.
You know, I'm going to pick for Evan Berofsky here. I know exactly who he was going to pick, and that is Joshua Castellano. I got you.
You love the other Josh. Right? That's his nickname, right? Is other Josh? Jason, what do you think?
I'm gonna say Will Anderson.
Do you like Team America? You think he's gonna get his vengeance? So I'm gonna go with Team Rest of the World. I'm gonna pick Adam Logan.
Okay.
He has no mercy.
And
Will
I'm
has too much mercy.
And I'm rolling with Will.
Sorry, Jason.
Oh yeah, Jason's on.
I mean, if it happens, I'd be kind of surprised. I know I'm technically the champion, but I'd be surprised.
Come on, where's the confidence? I feel like we really need to have that bullying conversation because Jason's not even picking himself. All right, so that's all the tournaments that we're
talk.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have one more segment. It's your favorite segment. If you've stuck around this long on the show, it's because you've been waiting for this segment. We know it. This is the last NASPA Tonight episode of the year, but it's also the last birthday announcement of the year.
That's right. Now, what I want to do here is let's bring in Birthday Cat. And we won't bring in the birthday lower thirds because it'll be over our faces. We want to thank everybody for sticking with us, especially people who, when it dropped and then they came back in.
Yes,
we
super
really
cool.
appreciate that. And for those of you watching on the NASPA pages, thanks for sticking around. We got two birthday cats on the screen.
Aw.
Yeah.
Where's... Okay.
Okay. So... we appreciate everybody for watching. We appreciate everybody for watching for 30 episodes. Do you think there's anybody who watched all 30?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know.
Okay.
Did they get a t-shirt?
So we want to wish happy birthday.
Happy birthdays. Go ahead. It's the list.
Where's the
right
race?
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got Dave Nwabor, Austin Shin,
And Jackson
Smylie.
Smylie. It was your
I forgot
birthday.
about that, yeah.
You're 21 years
21
old.
years old.
Why did I put you at the end of the list? We got Liz Gotland, Michael Donegan, Fern Linson, and Gary. I don't know how you say his last name.
Shaw?
No. It's a longer.
Skaronsky?
I wrote it. Yes, that's exactly who it is.
So there's our birthdays. We also want to thank everyone who's fallen asleep, like Josh and Evan. Good night to you guys. And also want to thank our, I think, 11 guests tonight. We want to thank...
I think we did 10 because
Matt Canick so
never made it.
We want to thank Jesse Day, Art Moore, Evan Berofsky, not Matt Canick yet, Josh Sokol Rubenstein, Morris Greenberg, Cesar Del Solar, Robin, Pollock Daniel, Joey Krafchick, Jason, Keller, and Shan Abbasi. Thank you all
thanks
for the
everybody
last episode
for joining.
of NASPA Tonight.
You're our all-star crew. And thanks everybody for joining. We're going to go to a full shot here because I just want to say we're almost done.
Yeah.
We're almost done.
I'm just going to hold it.
30 episodes, 34 if you count those nationals. It's been a hell of a year and been probably more work than is perceptible by the audience, but just barely.
Yes.
And I want to say thank you, Jackson.
Yes, and
thank
shake
your hand. All right. You've been a really good partner for this project, and I hope we get to continue in the new year. We really hope.
I want to ask you, what was your favorite 2018 moment? So that's the topic of the night.
I think my favorite 2018 moment was, and it was a series of moments, and it was a series of 34 moments, is getting a chance to do this show that really I thought about for a long time, but didn't, I kind of felt like I didn't want to put it out there until it was at a level that I was happy with.
Yeah.
And what I learned this year is you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't wait.
I was looking through some of our old shows the other day just to see who we had on for the year. The first show is unbelievably terrible quality, and I love that. Maybe that's my favorite moment.
And that's also to say, like, everyone watching, thank you all for watching. And if you ever have any ideas for the show, we are happy to take
or
it in
please come on and be a guest. We need your help.
That's the biggest part.
Trying to come up with a topic every week, you would not believe.
Offer yourself where we talk. We'll have you talk for the whole 25 minutes. But yeah, if you ever have any ideas for NASPA Tonight, a direction you want to see it go, let us know, because this whole thing is a process of constantly improving and revising.
That's right. And you interrupted me, but I want to say thank you, Jackson. I think it's been a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah, this has been great.
Okay. We are going to say goodbye. We're going to ask our remaining guests to wave to everyone and blow kisses to the audience as we wrap up. Thanks so much for joining, everybody, and we'll see you before New Orleans in January.
Yes.
We're going to take a few weeks off, which we feel like is well-earned, but maybe not everybody agrees.
So have a good holiday, everyone. Have a good New Year. And everyone give your biggest wave
and
to
blow
the
a
fans.
kiss. Here we go.
Yes, we got all four. Very good.
Four of us.
The survivors.
Goodbye, everybody. Good night.
Goodbye,
With
everyone.
ourselves.
Saddest people of the bunch. Gotcha.